BioGenerator is a force for innovation in St. Louis. The people who are in the bioscience startup space inside BioGenerator Labs have a chance to bring life-changing science to market. They are taking a shot at creating something new with far-reaching benefits for the improvement of health and quality of life across the globe.
Uniquely, BioGenerator is the only investor that invests exclusively in St. Louis companies. These are companies right here in the BioGenerator Labs that are quite literally developing cures for cancer, tools to more quickly and more accurately detect cancer and other diseases, treatments for new ailments, vaccines, and sustainability in agriculture, as well as developing healthier foods like plant-based proteins, for example.
BioSTL's Director of Communication, Maggie Crane, works alongside startup companies supported by BioGenerator, the investment arm of BioSTL.
BioGenerator has about 50 companies that are active in its investment portfolio. These companies have gone on to raise a collective $2.2 billion in follow-on capital. It took nearly 2 decades for the BioGenerator portfolio to raise that first $1 billion. And in the past year alone, it's raised an additional $1 billion plus. That is incredibly impressive and really putting St. Louis on the map. And we know this because the majority of those investments are actually coming from outside of St. Louis. 94% to be exact, invested last year in 2021 in the BioGenerator portfolio.
Much of the recent success involves one company.
Benson Hill. It went public last year. It is an agriculture company that is developing higher protein soybeans that can then be turned into plant-based meat. When it went public on the New York Stock Exchange, it was valued at over $1 billion. There was a time when Benson Hill very first started here in St. Louis that BioGenerator paid to keep the lights on. It helped to pay the Ameren bill as well as to fund their staff to keep them going. They were down to their last nickel and BioGenerator stepped in to float them to keep them going. So if you look back at early days of Benson Hill, it may not have happened. We may not have seen them on the New York Stock Exchange if it had not been for that very early de-risking money that BioGenerator put in. Every dollar that BioGenerator earns through its investments are plugged right back into the St. Louis innovation ecosystem to fund the next startup, to fund the next St. Louis bioscience idea, the next St. Louis innovation.
2021 proved successful in other ways. BioGenerator invested more than $3.3 million into 18 St. Louis startup companies. The promising new ventures are developing products in ag tech, therapeutics, medical devices, diagnostics, vaccines, and digital health.
St. Louis is really springboarding our entire metro area to the world stage because of our success in bioscience.
Crane is witnessing the growth of startups, and she's experiencing what that success means for St. Louis.
That's also something that's been neat for me personally, is that this is cool work. I literally have colleagues who are developing cures for cancer and new vaccines. It's impressive, and it's happening right here in St. Louis. And I think a lot of people don't know that. I love it.